Welcome to the TV show spoiler review here at Mac Talks Movies. We're talking about She-Hulk episode 7, The Retreat. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, movie rankings, and a box office breakdown show. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new to the channel. Also, please comment down what are your thoughts on She-Hulk so far. We only have 2 episodes left. Is it one of your favorite, least favorite Disney Plus shows? It's one of your favorite, least favorite episodes of the series so far. Please like the video, guys. The thumbs up button. That's how you support this channel. I'm back every single Thursday, guys, breaking down She-Hulk. So the next 2 weeks, I'll be breaking the next 2 She-Hulk episodes. So if you have been following me with these reviews, or if this is your first time, I'll let you know, I am just not becoming a fan of this show. And it is getting, this for me is easily the weakest of the MCU shows thus far. And episode 7 does not bring this back on track. These are just very, for me, unmemorable, forgettable. And this one was a hugely predictable episode of She-Hulk, where this is actually one of the funnier episodes in a while. I was actually chuckling more than I have in recent weeks. But for me, let's just talk about what happens in this episode, then I'll get my general thoughts. So this episode, Jen keeps going on these dates with Josh. And it seems to be going very well. And then Josh kind of leaves them hanging after they sleep with each other. And Jen's kind of losing her mind. She's very distracted at her job. She goes down to, the Abomination needs a checkup because maybe his wiring or his ankle bracelet is not working. So they just want to check out if he turned into Abomination or not. And this is where we go to Blonsky's wellness retreat, where we meet a lot of new people, and Jen sits around a circle and kind of gets out of her system what her problems are. Now, my biggest problem with the show is now becoming that the show has tried to make the commentary that women are not just mad or happy based on their relationship status. They literally have that commentary in last week's episode at the wedding when a woman walks up, the person who's getting married walks up to Jen, like, oh, what's going on in your life? And Jen's like, oh, I have a good job. I'm doing this. I'm She-Hulk. It's really great. And then she's like, no, not about that. Your relationship life. And, she says she's single and all this stuff. And the whole show, Jen Walters' character has been just mad because she's not in a relationship. And I feel like it's a huge misfire, and because the show is trying to give stereotype by saying women are always supposed to just feel this way because are not just people who are just mad if they have a man or not. But Jen's character is every week she's complaining that she's not in a relationship, that it's ridiculous. I've never seen a show have commentary on what its main character is going through like this, and it just is not working for me. And it sucks because I just, as I said, Tatiana Maslany is great in this role, but Jen just isn't that interesting because every time she's on screen, she's either complaining or she's just tired. There's no energy to the Jen Walters character. And I feel like that's what's been missing in the show. Now, it's Tim Roth who is playing basically a completely different version of Abomination that he was in Incredible Hulk. Compared to episodes 2 and 3, I actually had a lot of fun with Tim Roth in this episode. He was a lot of fun to watch. His comedy really works for me this episode. I thought it was just really, really funny. As well, I thought the whole scene of her letting her anger out in this way, I actually liked a lot. And there wasn't a lot of She-Hulk stuff going on this episode. But as a whole, it's just another forgettable episode of She-Hulk. While I think it's been better than the last 2 weeks, I just feel like we're not doing anything on this show. And I totally get the idea. This is an episodic TV show, but it's 9 episodes long. Their episodes are really quick, 30 minutes. And I'm so tired of people saying, well, it's episodic. So there's, of course, going to be some filler episodes. And I've said this every week. I watch a lot of 30-minute television. They pack a lot in 30 minutes, just as much as 1-hour TV shows. There's not a different level of TV between 30 minutes and 60-minute TV. You can get the same amount in either. Like I watch Barry, Atlanta, Ted Lasso. They all get in tons and tons of stuff in 30-minute episodes, and they don't really have filler episodes in those shows. So I'm really tired of that excuse. the biggest problem as a whole is that I'm just not laughing, and the comedy's subjective. And if you're finding the show very funny, I can definitely see you enjoying the show, but I just don't find the show to be that hilarious. Um, as I said, the cast is fantastic. We get the whole predictable twist, as I said last week, that Josh is obviously working for those people who attacked her earlier, trying to get her blood. It looks like he possibly got her blood after they slept with each other. So interesting to see where that goes. But we knew that was coming, especially once Josh goes here. You're like, of course, Josh is the one who's doing the blood. It was very predictable. And then like, ooh, the last scene of the episode was that. It's just way too predictable. And I, as a whole, I'm just not really enjoying the show the last couple of weeks. I think the first couple episodes, I was definitely not loving it, but I thought it was really solid Marvel TV. I was on board. But really, since episode 5, the last 3 episodes have been really bad in my opinion, just not good whatsoever. There's been good elements in each episode. As I said, this episode was really Tim Roth adding the flair that that the show desperately needed and missed since he's been gone. But the show is just not as interesting as it thinks it is. It's not as funny as it thinks it is. And we only have 2 episodes left. And one of the weirdest things that you can clearly tell that the show is based on editing has restructured the entire show based on editing, because they set up Daredevil being in the show 2 episodes ago, and we still have had no hint of Daredevil. And obviously, I'm not saying the show's gonna be bad or good with him in it or not, but I don't know if they're saving him for the last 2 episodes, but I can't wait to see. That's the only thing I'm waiting for at this point, is seeing Daredevil in the MCU. And it's weird that this dark, really dark Marvel character is debuting in the MCU in She-Hulk. It makes me very nervous, and I hope they really do keep the Daredevil character to what he was on Netflix, because if he gets put in this show with this type of humor, this could not be a good sign moving forward. For me, this is another forgettable run-of-the-mill She-Hulk episode. Nothing really memorable happened this week, as we only have 2 more episodes to go. So that's my thoughts on She-Hulk episode 8. I'll be back every Thursday breaking down She-Hulk episodes for the next 2 more Thursdays. As well as every Wednesday now, I'm breaking down the brand new episodes of Andor. Coming also out today will be my review of Smile. It's coming at the same time as this review, so please click that review of Smile. And my box office breakdown show will be on Monday. I'll see you guys then.